We speak of the beginning of love as a falling, as though once we are within that gravitational pull of attraction, there is no escape. But what that means is that falling out of love, we are actively working against that gravitational pull. It is a slow and deliberate climb out of the influence of that attraction. When you have love, you have constant companionship. Just think about how quickly that person fills in every nook and cranny in your life and quickly becomes your primary person and fills much of your time. So that means when you're falling out of love, you have to make a deliberate effort to fill all of those voids that you now have in your life. All of those spaces that were filled by this person, all of those needs that they met, you now need to actively search for other ways to fill those. When you're in love, you have a feeling of being known and accepted. It's such a good feeling to come back home and see somebody who's warmly greeting you. And you miss that when the love is gone. So now is a time for you to get to know yourself again, to greet yourself warmly, to figure out who you are apart from them. When you're in love, you have somebody that you feel like you can always count on. Your emergency contact is never even a second thought. You know who belongs in that place. But sometimes we come to rely too much on that one person. And so when you're falling out of love, this is a wonderful time to expand your support system. Look outside that one significant other to your larger community. There are other people that you can count on. Find them. When you're in love, you have biochemistry on your side. Love is a drug. What we call falling in love could just as easily be called tripping because you're high. And so when you're falling out of love, it is a withdrawal. You can expect to have cravings. You can expect to have relapses. It's going to be hard. But just understanding that that is what your brain is doing can go a long way to making it just a little bit easier. When you're in love, you develop a shared history, all of those inside jokes and shared memories. It's almost like a secret language that only you and your partner share. And so to fall out of love, what you need to do is reconnect with people from your past. Find that person from your elementary school and relive some of those early memories. Remind yourself that you have other histories, other parts of you, other memories that you share with other people. You're losing one shared history, not all of them. When you're in love, you have a teammate. You are approaching life together. It's somebody who has your back and somebody that you can hold hands with as you're working towards a common goal. But you're also tied to that. And so to fall out of love, celebrate your newfound freedoms. Do those things that you couldn't or wouldn't do when you were partnered. When you're on your own, you do have to learn how to be stronger, but you're also more nimble, more flexible. Enjoy that. When you're in love, you have shared dreams and goals. And those are perhaps one of the more painful pieces to let go of. But this is a wonderful time for you to really cultivate your purpose. What fulfills you? What can you contribute to the larger world that's going to make you feel whole? When you're in love, you often idealize your partner. You put them up on a pedestal and only see the good in them. And when you're in a relationship, that can be a wonderful thing. After all, you don't want to focus on all the little things that bother you. But in order to fall out of love, it can be helpful, at least for a while, to intentionally focus on the negative. Be aware of all of those things that they did or traits that they had that bothered you. You probably don't want to stay there for too long, but it can help to sever that connection. When you're in love, you have a sense of security, even if it's a false one. And so to fall out of love, you have to embrace the power of vulnerability. And it's scary. especially when you feel so raw. It's so hard to open up to other people and to let them see you, wounds and all. Yet there's such an amazing power and connection that can come from that vulnerability. This is a rare moment when you have that. Embrace it. That's when true connections with others can be found. When you're in love, you have anticipation. You look forward to seeing them again. You look forward to the planned vacations. And so to fall out of love, it's important to schedule smiles. Put things on your calendar that you are looking forward to. Even better if it's something that you never would have done with your partner. When you're in love, you have trust. You believe in your partner and you believe that they have your best interest at heart. To fall out of love, it's time to develop some confidence. It's important to trust in others, but it's even more important to trust in yourself. Trust that you can fall out of one love and into another.